All right, in this video I'll be preparing you to review target 2.2. This is a typo, 2.2. I can create and analyze graphical displays of data sets. So in this particular question, we're looking at a normal distribution, this bell curve. It says student scores on a certain college entrance exam follow a normal distribution with a mean of 480. So I know the mean goes right in the middle. So I'm going to put 480 right here. And then it has a standard deviation of 120. So we're going to add 120 to get to these benchmarks. So 480 plus 120 is 600, plus 120 is 720, and then 840. We also want to subtract 120 going this way. So I get 360, 240, 120. So our goal, it says the college of your choice, big state, university accepts only students whose scores on this test are 600 or higher. So we want to find out what percent is 600 or higher. So what I do is I create these, put these lines in, and then I add up some percents. Okay? When we look at our normal distribution notes, we see that this is 34%, this is 13.5%, this is 2.35% in here, and this is 0.15%. Over here we have 34% because it's symmetric, 13.5, 2.35, 0.15. So we want to be 600 or higher, so we add these three together, which when I add them on a calculator, I get 16%. Now I could ask you an extension question on this. I could say, let's say there's 2,000 students. How many of those 2,000 students would we see get a 600 or higher? Well, we have to find 16% of 2,000. So 16% of 2,000. Okay. For that kind of question, we need to change this to a decimal. 16 divided by 100 is 0.16 times 2,000. If I type that in, 0.16 times 2,000, I get 320 students. I want you to use similar logic down here for this question. Again, you're going to have to fill this out. The percents are the same as the bell curve above, but the numbers down here will be different because you're going to have a different mean and a different standard deviation. And then once this is filled out, you'll be able to answer A, B, and C. Okay, on this back side, we have histograms that we're going to do. Recall histograms look like a bar graph, but they have intervals on the bottom. So I can see that this has 4 bins, and it starts from 4 to 8. So I'm going to just divide this evenly into 4 bins. Okay, this is bin 4 to 8. Notice that it's between the lines. This bin here is 9 to 13, between the lines, 14 to 18, 19 to 23. Okay, and then we need to have a scale over here that goes high enough to get to our highest number. So we need to get up to 10. 5. Okay. And this first bin goes up 8. Next bin goes up 3. Then 10. Then 5. And you can even put the numbers in here, 8, 3, 10, 5. Now, with a histogram, you always want to title it. So this is plant heights. Okay, over here is our frequency. And down here is our height in inches. So I want you to use a similar logic to do this histogram. Again, it's very similar, but you have more bins. You have 6 bins to put down here instead of just 4. All right, last question that I'm going to do with you is, it says using the data set 7, 8, 10, 12, 20, 9, 9, show how to find the Q1, the median, Q3 by hand without a calculator. So to do that, the first thing you have to do is put them in order. So put in order. So we have 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 12, 20. Okay. So we have an odd number of data points, which means that the median is actually in the data set. So you put a line right through it. That's our median. Then we put a box around the other numbers on top of that and behind it. So that is our Q1, and that is our Q3, because those are the middles. So now we need to make a number line that fits all this stuff. So I need to get from 7 all the way to 20. So I could go like 5, 10, 15, 20 if I wanted to. Okay, and remember that we put a dot above the min, so the min is 7, I'll put a dot there. My Q1 is right after that. It's 8. Put a vertical line for 9 and 12. So that was 8, and then 9, 12, and then all the way 20. All right, so there's my box plot. I can see that I'm really spread out here, spread out. But in the front, it's really tight. It's clustered up front. A lot of the data is clustered up front. Okay, so what I want you to do next is try number 6. And then once number 6 is done, then you're ready to retake this.